Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at some new diecast from the Cars 3 Disney-Pixar movie. Looks like they're back to actually being about racing in cars instead of a weird-ass spy movie. But this line just launched the week of May 1st, so I went to my Target, found a bunch of them, picked some of these up that are, NASCAR related or just, NASCARs. So why not take a look at them? Why don't we take a quick look at the packaging we got here. You see it's just kind of plain. You got red and some black, got the Cars 3 logo right there, the name of the car right there. You got some pictures of some of the stuff that's in the, set or whatever. These are in, cases of, 24, so, this is pretty much one case. But you have some of the other choices. I don't know if I'm going to pick up stuff like, Sterling and Natalie Certain, but I'll definitely pick up these NASCARs. Now, see, these all do have names, but, I'm not going to remember every single name or have every single one of these written down or anything, so, they're kind of random. Reb, Meeker, Murray, Clutchberry, Brick Yardley, which that name was kind of funny, but, blindsided by a new generation of Piston Cup racers, Lightning McQueen finds himself suddenly pushed out of the sport he loves. To get back on top, he'll need help of a young race technician, inspiration from the late fabulous Hudson Hornet, and guidance from a few old friends along the way. So why don't we just get into it? Why don't we just take Brick Yardley out of the way first? Here we have Brick Yardley, which is the Vitaline car. These are all pretty much the same car, though there is differences. They are slightly different molds and such, as you can see here. They have a few different cars. I'm sure these are reused molds from the old racers, but I don't know. This one's pretty nice. Got some green, fades into some white, got some, pattern in that. Not bad. These all do have the Lightyear tires again. They all say Piston Cup and have some, contingency sponsors, which is nice. Like I said, I'll probably check Target if you want these, because I went to Walmart and it was just nothing. They had one hauler for Lightning McQueen, that was it. Quality job, Walmart. But why don't we just get Lightning McQueen out of the way? Here's the brand new Lightning McQueen for Cars 3. Got a little more of a flame logo around the lightning bolt. There's actually another version of Lightning McQueen. You've seen in some of the trailers where he almost has a chrome graphical look. And apparently that one, if you want that one, it's either there's a Target exclusive single or you can get it in an 11-pack. I definitely want to get one of those at some point because I love how that thing looks. But this is if you want the regular Lightning McQueen look. And in the case of 24, there's 6 of these and everyone else is a single car. So shouldn't have any trouble finding Lightning McQueen if you want it, but I'm sure that was on purpose. Next up, why don't we take a look at the villain, or whatever. I mean, villain, rival, whatever you want to call it, but the, new Chick Hicks, or the new whatever the hell the second movie was. I hate that second movie so much. I love the first Cars movie. It was such a good movie. It's for a racing fan, it was that's probably my favorite Disney-Pixar movie. And I've never seen them get the, I don't know, feel, or just why people like the movie so wrong in a sequel. It's oh, you liked everything about racing and all this small town stuff? No, it's a spy movie. Yay! But whatever. It's back to racing now, and that's all that matters. This one is probably one of the more popular ones out of this case. This is, that new young racer that's kicking McQueen's ass. This just looks great. Got a gray look to it with the black and the neon blue color. The tires are different. You see it's got lines around the tires. I think it still says Lightyear, but I think it's it's a little bit different from, what you would expect from the old tires by now. And this isn't even these new ones are not really as clear as stock cars. They almost look like GTR cars or something. But, it's got an extra spoiler, much wider, all that good stuff. But this is definitely one of them that's flying off the shelf pretty well, because, it is the new, rival or whatever you want to call it. Sponsored by Igniter, Liquid Adrenaline. It's almost 2.0. It's not even 20. Does have rookie stripes on the back. That's a nice touch that they're actually, using rookie stripes NASCAR actually uses. There's a few of these in here that have rookie stripes, so that's nice. Very, very nice. Next up, we have a NASCAR. And what I mean by that is this is Daniel Swervez, who, if you can't realize what that is, it's Daniel Suarez, the current driver of the number 19 Aris Toyota in the Sprint Cup Series. There are multiple NASCAR drivers, either characters based on NASCAR drivers or actual voiced by NASCAR drivers in this movie. You know, that's kind of been a staple of the Cars movies. In the first one, you had like Darryl Waltrip and Dale Jr. and Mario Andretti and everything. So continuing with a new generation of racers in cars, there's a new generation of NASCAR drivers. They got a bunch of young guns like Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott. I'll definitely be getting all those. This one's awesome. It's got like a chrome metallic orange decals on it. The blue's in like a metallic blue. Sponsor here is Octane Gain. Once again, this is one of, the newer. There's a few of these here that are the newer style. That one is. But I do like how they're kind of like, differentiating the cars a little bit. But at the same time, would things like this be in NASCAR? I just don't know. Still has the contingency sponsor and everything. They did make it number 19, which is a nice touch. Pretty much all of the drivers are the correct numbers, I think. Once again, does have rookie stripes on the back there. You see the stripe actually kind of becomes the rookie stripe, though for some reason it's a little bit off right there. That's a shame. Whatever. But interestingly enough, I wonder if they're going to be taking rides away from people, because here's Daniel Swervez, number 19 Octane Gain car. And then here's, I think it was Bobby Swift or something, who is a number 19 Octane Gain car, but one of the original NASCARs. As you can see, these are both number 19 Octane Gain Piston Cup racers. So I wonder if this is going to be they're going to be oh, these veterans are losing their rides. Here's the new drivers or something. I don't know. This one's pretty nice. Purple and orange. Got some almost scallop-like things. Octane Gain Turbo Vitamins. I do like how the wheels on some of these look. With the old nasty, they have the line around the wheel. It has a metallic silver. Looks pretty nice. But yeah, there's Bobby Swift. Which I have noticed that they do kind of follow over some of the old cars. I forgot what one it was. I think it was maybe the 28, the Nitroade one over here. In the past movie, there was a number 28 Nitroade car like this. So they're kind of following up the numbers, maybe teams or something. I think even one of these was almost exact. I forgot which one it is. It might be the 92. Or no, it was the Vuzine car, I think, maybe. Where it was from an old movie, it was a regular NASCAR. It was number 24. It was the same sponsor. It was the same everything. Or 39 or whatever, but that's a nice touch. Or that's even this one. I'm sure if I look that the Chase Elliott car will probably have the same sponsors, this one that we took a look at. So I guess that's what they're going for. Maybe replacement teams. I don't know. But obviously the movie's now, it is of recording this. It's not up for another month, so I'm sure I'm gonna get a comment 2 months from now. It's what? Of course that's what they were doing. Did you not watch the movie? It's yeah, check the date there, buddy. That's very nice. Next we have the Nitroade 28. I have no idea what the name of this car is. Like I said, some of these names are just so random that I'm not gonna remember them. This is another one of the new racers. This one does not have rookie stripes. This one's very interesting. It's got a weird look to the coppery. It's metallic, but it's a deep metallic red or brown almost. Looks kind of nice. Nitroade 28 has those new wheels again. Not bad at all. In this first wave, like I said, I think you get a re-release of everyone but except Ramon. Or most of the people, you get Sally and Mater and Luigi and Sarge and Fillmore and all that stuff. Here we have the number 11 Combuster car. Once again, no idea what the name is. This is a very nice looking paint scheme. Goes from blue into green and then fades in a honeycomb white. And even in the green has a design in it. Very nice. This one has green wheels with a white outline. Like I said, most of these that you can't remember the name for probably aren't going to have much of a, part in the movie. If I had to guess, they're just going to, be that racer in the background that you see for one scene that somebody, runs into or drives by, and you're probably not going to really matter. I kind of would like them to give a little more life to some of these, but when they have, NASCAR drivers and such, you really think it matters? I don't think so. And we end up with the last of the kind of new racers, and that is this number 51 of Cruz Ramirez, who I think is that young race technician in the movie that Lightning McQueen goes to, because there's one of her in a regular street car, and then there's this fancy Dynaco version of it. Not sure why that is. Just has nice metallic blue wheels. This one's a little bit weirder. This one really kind of doesn't really have much of the race logo. It just kind of is simple. This one looks like you could see on a NASCAR, but this is kind of a plain yellow car. But the Dynaco sponsorship is kind of a staple in Cars movies by now. Which, if you don't know by now, I mean, you should, but Dinoco itself was an Easter egg to Toy Story, because that was the gas station they drove to in the original Toy Story. So, when the first cars came out, that was basically an Easter egg, or reference, or whatever you want to call it. This is a female character. Very nice. Why don't we just get the other Dinoco car out of the way, who is another NASCAR, and that is Cal Weathers. As you see, there's a sealed one back there. Now, you're probably thinking, Cal Weathers, what kind of NASCAR driver is that? Well, if you don't know, in the original movie, there was, you know, the King, Richard Petty. Well, in that movie, his actual, like, his name, other than the King, was Strip Weathers. So who is this Cal Weathers person? None other than Kyle Petty. So they're actually doing, like, a family thing. It's Kyle Petty in a Dinoco car, you know, the same car, same sponsor. It's 42 now instead of 43. But, you know, that whole Petty thing kind of got weird there for a while. Because it was like, you know, in general, it's supposed to be Lee Petty 42, Richard Petty 43, Kyle Petty 44, Adam Petty 45, and I think there's some new kid in the 46 now. But when Kyle Petty first debuted, it wasn't a 44 car, or 42 car, excuse me. It wasn't in a 44 car. And, you know, he also ran that 42 mellow yellow car for all those years, and that's pretty famous. So, you know. It's a very nice looking car. I like how the light blue fades into dark blue. Interestingly enough, though, on the name rail, it says Hank Weathers, not Cal Weathers. Not sure if that's like Cal's a nickname or what, but it does say, you know, Hank Weathers there, and then, you know, see on the box, Cal Weathers. So, I don't know, this one's definitely flying off the shelves a little bit too, though this is available in a 2-pack with the, this one. You can get these two as a 2-pack, so. Most of these you can get, like, I don't know, some people are, like, looking at Jackson Storm flying off the shelves and just being like, oh my god, it's super rare, I have to buy it up and send it on eBay immediately. He's a main character. You really think he's not going to get, like, a single pack, double pack, triple pack, this pack, that pack, re-release, up the ass? No, he's definitely is. Something like this, maybe not as much. There's even a hauler for this one. But very, very nice. Next up, we have the number 92 Sputter Stop car. Some turquoise, some orange, and some white. Very nice looking design. Sputter Stop Cold Engine Relief. I do love how they have fun with the sponsors on these cars, though. Even in the first movie, like, you know, they have fun with it. And now they're having fun with the names, too. Because if I'm not mistaken, the original cars were, like, back when you used to buy some of these random Piston Cup races in the original Cars movie line, they were just, like, labeled as, like, View Scene 39, Sputter Stop 92, etc. So, I kind of like they're giving them names now. A little bit of a flaw right there in the 2, around the roof flap. Does have an actual camera on the back there. Does any of these ones have cameras? 19 doesn't. 24 doesn't. Oh yeah, I guess the 42 Kyle Petty car did. Next up, we have the number 454 four-wheel drive. See, now that's funny. Dirt decals. This one's very graphical. See, it has like a, you know, muddy, splattered, has, you know, some trees like a forest, has some like tire marks, mud splatter, all that good stuff. This is a very cool looking car. Just black wheels on this one. Would have liked maybe some like green or maybe some brown or something, but not bad. Love how graphical this thing is. Don't like the logos over the taillights. Some people do that, and I don't think you can even do that in real NASCAR anymore. I think they've outlawed covering up any merchandise logos or whatever. Or not merchandise, manufacturer logos. Here we have the number 39 Viewzine car. Yeah, I think this was one of the ones that definitely had, like, there was a 39 Viewzine car in one of the older lines. Corrective windshields. This one's got, like, you know, a light blue into, like, a dark blue with, like, some graphical, some lines. Kind of looks like that line that was initially going to be on the Cessna McMurray car before they changed it. This one has a camera again. Not sure what they were, the jack's like all the way in the left side over there for some reason, but no jack mark. Next up we have the number 36 tank coat car. Wonder if this is a female. Got a little bit of a flaw right there in the splitter, as you can see. This looks very graphical. Sure, it's like meant to be like liquid, I'm guessing. It's hard to tell, like a lava lamp almost. Soothes upset tanks. This is like, you know, Pepto-Bismol, I guess. Very nice. Next up, we have the number 90 bumper save car. Somebody said that this could be like a throwback to Junie Donvely, or Donovan, I can never say that name, but I don't really see, I mean, yeah, there was a 90 car, but this doesn't really look like that at all. Whoops. You know, it's like a light blue, almost turquoise, got some like tan, some red. Kind of a little bit of a wrap flaw right there. Bumper safe, and the camera's right over the logo. Very nice. And last but not least, we have Smokey. Now you're probably asking yourself, why did I buy Smokey? It's just a pickup truck. Well, that's because this is actually a reference, or like a, you know, the character's based around Smokey Eunuch. Now, how do I know that? How is somebody be like, oh, it's named Smokey? How is that a reference? Well, he's a mechanic, and as you see on the back, best dang garage in town. If you remember, that was one of like the references, or not reference, like mottos or whatever, to Smokey Eunuch was best damn garage in town. It was even on the throwback to his car that Casey Mears ran last year. There's going to be 4 cars, like 4 old cars that are with him. All of them are like, it's like Junior Johnson and Wendell Scott and Louis Smith and everything. Like, they're all old racers or based around old racers. So you definitely want to look for these things in stores if you're a NASCAR fan. This is a really cool one, like a nice rusty old like rat roddy truck. Smokey's Automotive Service. That's why I have a sealed one back there too. Very, very nice. Why don't we get these all back out here? It's definitely a solid wave to start off the line. You know, I think they realized what they did with the racers, because as you can see, this case, whatever, is very piston cup racer heavy, which is, you know, what they should do. I think they did learn from their mistakes from the second movie, though, because they definitely seem to be trying a little bit harder to go back to the racing type look. Set out of this wave, I don't know, my favorites are probably the Daniel Swervez, the Smokey truck, and maybe Jackson Storm. They're just very cool. It's nice to get a bunch of different racers. Like I said, if you want these, go to Target. I've had much better luck finding them there than at Walmart. You know, I should probably, where's the 164? These are bigger. If you haven't ever collected Cars Diecast, you see these are like 155 scale, I think. You know, they are bigger than a typical 164 scale NASCAR. These retail for about $3 to $4. There's some deluxe size ones for like bigger vehicles like the fire trucks and such. There's a bunch of stuff to get. Said, some people hate the Cars movie. I love the Cars movie, so I like to be back to actually caring about getting the diecast of the cars, unlike the second movie. Barely got anything from the second movie because it's like whoop-de-doo. I got a few like races. I think I got like the Jeff Gordon Corvette, Lightning McQueen, and like who was the other one? There's another driver that voiced one of the cars. I forget who it was, but that's pretty much all I got of the second movie. Can't wait to see what else this line holds, and you'll see videos of other stuff. Hopefully you like this video. See how this video does, but I think that's pretty much all I should say. This has been a review of some of the Cars 3 diecast. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.